Russia, Siberia, southern part of Kuzbas. On its 30 years anniversary day, Raspadskaya mineshaft was meeting some honorable guests. Dear Mr. Governor, here reporting you that the combined team of 23 best brigade leaders of Kemerovo region has just extracted 140 million tons of coal in 2003. Kuzbas miners didn't achieve such substantial result for the last 13 years. Such an event looks even more worthy, measured by the scale of Raspadskaya factory's own achievements. It is undoubtedly the leader amongst Russia's coal mining industry enterprises. At the official meeting dedicated to the factory's 30 years anniversary, the mines director Gennady Kozovoy held a speech. He told of what has been done, what is being done, and, what's even more important, what is to be done in the near future. In the period, which has been rather complicated for coal mining enterprises, when demand for hard fuel was decreasing, Raspadskaya Coal Company management made a stake on its product's quality increase, which in perspective will enable the company to retain its position in the market and become more competitive. For implementing this goal, a program was worked out, envisaging coal mining increase at Raspadskaya, developing mining works at Междуреченsk Coal Company, starting the designed capacity of 3 million tons per year at Raspadsky opencast mine, as well as building Распадская slag mine with the power of 3 million tons per annum.
Я думаю, что эта задача нам по плечу, и мы ее должны освоить.
One of the program's main directions is further constructing of Raspadskaya's own coal concentrating new generation enterprise. In a year from now, we'll start adjusting a really unique concentrating factory, which will be based on modern know-how, including both Russian-made and foreign equipment, and on closed-type cycle of production. You won't see any smoke. You won't even recognize when passing by if it's working or not. Our water dross mechanics will also be of closed type and environmental friendly. It will enable us to arrange quality of coal that is in demand in the market today. In November 2002, the decision was passed to build Raspadskaya concentrating factory with production capacity of 10.5 million tons per year. This decision by itself has opened a new page, both in the mine's history and in its technological development as well. In May 2003, the site was selected for this new factory's construction. All the best achievements in the field of coal processing were explored, taken into account, and tied in a single production technological cycle by our engineers and specialists. These weren't only its technical parameters that made Raspadskaya factory so peculiar. Even the pace of construction made a contribution by itself. 24 contractor organizations, almost 500 people, over 200 heavy hardware units joined in this work as a united, well-adjusted mechanism. Yuzhkuzbasstroy Construction Company was selected as a general contractor. Within unprecedentedly brief time span, the first line was to be constructed with a power of 7.5 million tons. The constructors had to extract more than 1 million tons of soil, laying over 30,000 cubic meters of concrete, rigging up over 14,000 tons of metal constructions. Investments in the enterprise's first production line exceeded 2.5 billion rubles. Andrei Nikolaevich Sivorotkin was appointed the factory's director. On the 1st of November 2003, the first cubic meter of concrete was laid in the factory's basis, and less than in 2 years from then on, the first coal concentrate was produced. Raspadskaya concentrating factory was built taking into account the modern tendencies of landscape architecture and industrial design. Great attention during construction process was paid to ecology and environment preservation. Many aspects of this newly built factory are just unique. Today, the most productive equipment made in Russia and abroad is assembled here. Besides, this new enterprise's production is ecologically pure and environment-friendly. The factory has no air-polluting machinery, nor any hydro dump. The surface water drainage is caught in special drainage collectors, being used as feed-up water for technological process. The unique dressing know-how schedules a circulation-type water dross scheme without any outer recurrent collectors. Using the method of concentrates deep mechanical dehydrating enables to exclude thermal drying application. To decrease secondary dross formation, circulation loadings are excluded from the water dross schematics. Dross condensing is scheduled in 2 stages. On the first one, some bigger and low cinder particles fall out, and on the second one, it's some fine, clayey, high cinder particles. The calculation of big-size coal's technological grading and concentrating scheme was effected by Gipro Ugol Institute experts. The scheme of fine coals dedrossing, concentrating and dehydrating, as well as dross grading, dressing and dehydrating, was calculated by Setco company. The big-size coal's grading and concentrating technology includes mostly Russian-made equipment. The USA, South African, Australian and British-made equipment includes inertial self-balanced sifters, grading and mid-to-heavy hydrocyclones, vibrational and sediment filtering centrifuges, dross and suspension pumps, strap filter presses, spiral and magnetic separators, and flocculant preparing plants. The factory's automated maintenance system enables to control the main parameters of working technological processes mechanisms, keeping them in setup working mode and storing memory for further data analysis. Such know-how makes it possible to get top-quality production, satisfying requirements of the most demanding customers, while relatively low processing cost places the factory in the row of the most cost-saving enterprises in the industry. Opening this new enterprise is quite a significant and important event for Mezhdorechensk. Since, first of all, it means creating new jobs and increasing tax inflow. By the time of Raspadskaya concentrating factory's official opening, 290 jobs have been already functioning. According to the economists' forecast, this new entity's taxes to the budgets of all levels in 2006 will make up to 150 million rubles. And so, the factory's first production line, with production power of 7.5 million tons, has been successfully built and started. And with the second line getting into action, the sheer scope of processed coal will reach 10.5 million tons, making Raspadskaya concentrating factory the biggest of its kind in Russia.